playing catalytic, protection and Raylan's Grace. This is my build that I use for Eventide because it's really high probability of winning. So the idea of Eventide is you want to get the highest score per minute, and you want to be able to win the match. This build gives me that. It's kind of funny. Hexecutor was like, oh, because he's played shotguns longer than I have, right? He's like, when I'm saying like, yeah, it needs nerfs or whatever, it's like, oh, I've never seen you play shotgun, so how are you now saying like you're a shotgunner? I'm like, bro, I play every weapon. And when I could not play the Caretaker, I used to say I don't play the Caretaker because I don't understand how to play it. Once I understand how to play something, I don't usually play them. If I play them a lot, and I'm telling you, I'm getting a 90% win rate with this gun, you can't then assume that I don't know anything about the weapon. Like, I don't know the counters to beat a Caretaker. How would I not know the counters? Because I've played against it. I've watched it counter my build. I can counter it. I know counters for every damn weapon in the game. I kind of do. It's like one of the things I kind of pride myself in trying to understand. The reason I learned to play every weapon, or play every weapon at least a little bit, even if they're not my favorite to play, is so I understand what their strengths and their weaknesses are. Like, if I'm playing it and I'm doing pretty well against one thing, but there's some people coming up and crushing me, I can tell you that's one of its counters. Like, what is the counter to the build that I'm playing right now? Grounding bolt, sniper rifles works the best against it. It's the best build counter that I can. But I'm also running grounding bolt. The reason I say it is because its slow is so extreme. A 30% slow is not as bad to me as a 60% slow. A 60% slow will kill me because I won't ever be able to reach you. But the flip side of that is then it becomes a very positioning based game with that player. You have to make sure you can catch them before they can catch you. If they can't see you coming, you can basically decimate them every time. If they see you coming, you're going to have a very hard time beating them. But the thing to tell me that I personally don't understand, counters and builds that beat guns, like that's all I do. I play just for counters. I literally play my primary. So it's actually really good against what I'm playing, and then I play every other thing to protect against its weaknesses. That's how I play. And the other thing is the difference between me and Hexecutor. Hexecutor plays for kills, and he's looking for 1-in-1 engagement. When I tell you about builds and how they're good and whatever, I'm coming from a slightly different perspective. I do care that they can do well in one-on-ones, but my rate for a gun to be decent or a build to be decent is 60 to 80, like somewhere between that. It's better than 50% of the time I won't die if I go on a 1v1. That's really all that matters, because it doesn't mean I can't be beaten in it. It's just that I can also, in a more engagements, if we meet, 10 times, I should be able to beat you at least 6 to 8 times of those 10. Then to me, the build is solid enough for me to play, because you're gonna die. It's just sometimes when I play this build, I don't. But that's the key of why I play it that way. Then the next concept is when you're also playing with the builds. My builds are designed for objective taking. My builds are designed to kill Guardians quick, Imperial Guardians quick, Overseers quick. Even what's those things called? Dreadnoughts and Meganauts quick. Like, when I play this build, the reason I get the fastest score per minute, not only am I running shards back, I also can kill things faster than any other build that I use. This used to be good. Now it's obscenely good. It was good at taking out big targets because of the sustain that you had with your health that kept coming back. As you shoot something 3 or 4 times, most of your health comes back. Now, this beats builds that were faster than it at taking out objectives. it beats them hands down. It's the fastest way to take out an Imperial Guardian. It's the fastest way to take out an Overseer. It's the fastest way to take out a core Behemoth. It's the fastest way to take out a Dreadnought. It's just super fast. Where for me to have the speed that you're seeing that I can do with that, other builds used to basically beat it by like 10-15 seconds. The damage is so great now. I can take down that 9,000 point swing I like doing in Eventide. I can do it in about 3 to 4 minutes. It's that fast. Where it used to take me around 5 to 6 or more, but I can do it in about 3 to 4 minutes. That's how strong that gun is. So it's weird to say that, oh, you don't know. I'm like, I go, of course I know counters. Oh, no, you don't. I'm like, stop it. Like, what I don't understand is, and here's the comedy is, he says he plays 4 to 5 games a day, and I go, I play somewhere between 30 to 40 games a day, right? Oh, the number of games you played is not really that important. Not if you're me. When I play my 30 to 40 games, they're all constructive. They're not just there to play just to shoot the breeze. Even when I play against bots, I'm playing still as effective as possible. I don't play against bots any less than I play against humans. The reason is, if you play a consistent way and you're constantly trying to do that, when then you meet people, people come to various skill levels. Some of them will be good, some of them won't. But if you've been playing consistently and you take everything out the same way, it doesn't matter if you're playing people or not. And then also, if you play a lot and you have a really high win rate, your bots are stronger than normal people. It's just the way it is. Like, I can get stuck in a 2v1 game or in a 1v1 game that plays like a 1v3 or 1v2 or 1v4 because the bots play so well that I keep checking in the stats to see if they're people. And they're not. They're just bots that hunt me down, that primal on me, that grab my flags, that do everything like a person would, but they're not a person. So it becomes like literally playing 2 people instead of playing 1v1. Because my bots are that much stronger. Or this one bot that has it out for me, that has to kill me if it sees me. So it's weird to say that you're comparing me to some dude who can play 1,000 times and has no skill to it, where I literally sit down and try to figure things out in the game. I literally try to look for combos. I would say multitasker sucks until they explained it to me and I started trying it. I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing. So to say that I don't get it, or you're asking me about specific builds or specific things, and I'm telling you about why one shotgun is better than the other, why one shotgun feels like it's brain dead and one takes skill, and then to tell me I don't play shotguns? I play everything. That's the difference. They're not level 20 because I just dusted them. They're level 20 because I played them to level 20 in most cases. There's very few things that I didn't play to level 20. The Primal Eye, a glitch gave it to me at level 20. Facade, I played it all the way to level 19. I was just having such a hard time playing it to get it to level 20. I dusted it. This Northern Warmth, I pushed it to 20 because the gun is like super hard to also play effectively against other things. Same problem with the Rush. If you look at my Soft Thunder, if you look at my Orthotic Generator, I actually play those guns. I pushed Orthotic Generator to 19 because it was the only gun in the 18 and I wanted it to be 19 just like Soft Thunder, so it's just working to level 20. But yeah, there's only 2 primaries left. And there's only 2 heavies left. And the heavies are not too bad. The Renegade, same problem. I had to push that to 20 because it just was not cutting it. This is why I keep hearing that on paper, it's one of the highest DPS heavies, whatever. But if you're playing it and it does not cut it, and you're dying every time you're using it, and other heavies are blowing you to hell, and you have that gun and you're trying to use that with another, what do you call it, battle rifle, and it's just not hitting like a heavy, I don't care how fast the DPS is. I don't care what the numbers on the chart says. It's ineffective in gameplay. So it's useless. Or it's too weak. It's damn near level 19 and I still couldn't take out simple things with it. So that's how I see it. Like, I mean, I play a lot and I know a lot about the weapons, but it's really weird for somebody to tell you that you don't know stuff. And I play more than you. And I actually play more things than you. And I know what beats what, specifically by playing more things than you. But to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about is insane. Especially when I'm telling you the win rate with that is damn near undefeated. I have to basically be playing in a game where I come in late. My team is just a bunch of new guys, and I'm playing like 3 to 4 veterans. That's how I can't win with that gun. Or I'm playing a 1v2 by myself, and one of the guys I have on my team is a new person who does not know how to play, and I'm playing 2 veterans. I can't win that either. But in most other cases, if I come in with this build, I dominate in the game. I will get the highest score per minute. I will have the, if I don't have the highest score, even in a loss, I'll have the highest score per minute. So it's really weird when somebody will tell you that you don't know what you're talking about when you play as much as I do, stream as much as I do, and talk about stuff as much as I do, and to tell me I don't know the counters to the guns. I do know the counters to the guns. I'm just trying to tell you it's really, really strong compared to what it was before. And it was strong before these buffs. These buff / nerfs. Its nerfs are so... It got nerfed more than the Borson, but came out on top as one of the most superior weapons in the game. After it got 4 nerfs and 3 buffs. Where the Borsons got 3 buffs, 3 nerfs, and 4 buffs, and became one of the worst guns in the game. So I'll just leave it at that. But it's a weird concept for somebody to tell you, especially how I play and what I do while I play, and what I've been doing through the beta, that then tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.